Good afternoon, my dear students. Welcome back to your online class. And this is your biology class, the fundamental unit of life. In the previous class, we have discussed the different types of solution along with the cell wall. Okay, and there we have discussed also the blood grouping, extra information for you. And today I am going to discuss about nucleus. As you know, the main coordinator of cell, that is known as nucleus. And from the board you can see the picture. I have drawn a picture that is the structure of an ideal nucleus. Okay, so here the structure of nucleus that can be described by 4 parts. Can you see the board properly? Just follow me and note it, everyone. Please note this, and this video will be uploaded in the YouTube channel, so no need to worry about this. This video will be uploaded in the YouTube channel. First of all, this is the nucleus. You can see this nucleus having 2 membrane structure, means the membrane is bilayered. So that is known as nuclear membrane. So they have 2 layers of nuclear membrane. Their nuclear membrane is bilayered. So this is the first part of nucleus. Next comes to the viscous fluid or semi-liquid things which is present inside the nucleus, that is known as nucleoplasm. Okay, that is known as nucleoplasm. That is the second part of nucleus. And the third part, that is nuclear reticulum. You can see the thread-like structure, net-like structure. This is known as nuclear reticulum. And the fourth one, that is that you can see another round or spherical shaped structure, that is known as nucleolus. Okay. Yes, structure of the nucleus, no, that is not same in all animals. It varies in shape, size. Also, yes, no, the cell, the plasma membrane, what you have told, cell plasm, not cytoplasm. Cytoplasm, yes, the function of cytoplasm and nucleoplasm is different. Okay, here I have only mentioned the structure of a nucleus, that is not of the full cell. Okay, yes, I am explaining it. I have told that nucleus have mainly 4 parts. Okay, first one is known as nuclear membrane, that is bilayered structure. You have to remember that the membrane of nucleus is bilayered, 2 layer. Okay, and you can see the layer of the nucleus, the membrane of the nucleus, that is they are just somehow there is a pore present between. Here you can see the pores. So these pores are known as nuclear pore. Nuclear pore. This pore is for exchange of materials from cytoplasm to nucleus or nucleus to cytoplasm. So such pores are known as nuclear pores. Okay. Now comes to the point that nuclear membrane. Nuclear membrane, their nuclear pores are present, I have told you, and these are for exchange of material from nucleus to cytoplasm or cytoplasm to nucleus. Now comes to nucleoplasm. Where is this nucleoplasm? You know, the inside structure of nucleus, that is having a clear, transparent, acidic and semi-liquid substance, that is known as nucleoplasm. Okay, and nucleoplasm, after nucleoplasm, this nucleoplasm is consist of, there are so many nucleoproteins, enzymes are found in nucleoplasm. Nucleoprotein enzymes are found in nucleoplasm. Okay, also the next part, that is nuclear reticulum. Nuclear reticulum, that is the floating part. You can see the thread-like structure. They are floating in the nucleoplasm. These all are actually nuclear protein, and during cell division from this reticulum, or thread like structure, chromosomes form. Okay, chromosome forms from this nuclear reticulum, this thread like structure or net like structure. Okay, you have to watch the video in the YouTube. Okay Annesha, time is very short, so I have to mention everything. Now students, please listen one thing. So I have told you that nuclear reticulum is floating part, and there are some presence of nuclear proteins also. Okay, yes, same as chromatin material. Yes, now in the chromosome gene are present. As you know that DNA is the chromosome, contains information for inheritance of characteristics or features from one generation to another generation. Okay, that is by means of DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid. Now the functional part of DNA, that is known as only gene. So you cannot say the gene is the main transferic unit. So you can say the functional unit of DNA, that is known as gene. Okay, that is known as gene. Now, so chromosomes are composed of DNA and protein. So chromosomes are mainly composed of DNA and protein, and DNA molecules contain information necessary for constructing and organizing the cells. So what is the main function of DNA? To construct and organize the cell. Okay, and functional segment of DNA is known as gene, and the part which is not dividing, and that DNA, and this DNA is present as the part of chromatin material. So which is not dividing, non-dividing part. Sorry. From here you can see chromatin material, that is visible as entangled mass of thread like structure. Their entangled mass of thread like structure. No, their entangled mass of thread like structure, and when the cell is about to divide, the chromatin materials get organized into a chromosome. Now I am rubbing this portion. I have to show the picture. As you have seen, these are chromatin material or nuclear reticulum, you know, chromatin. Yes, RNA is present in the nucleolus part. Nucleolus part I have told you now. This nucleolus, in nucleolus, RNA and protein present. RNA and protein present. Okay. So under nucleolus, RNA and protein present. Okay. Roshni, you have got this answer. Okay. So let's start about this chromatin structure. I have told you. So these are actually chromatin as nuclear reticulum inside the nucleus, and when we have to look at outside, they are just like, this is a enlarged view of chromatin, and here so many proteins are there, histone proteins are there along with DNA. Okay, so many proteins are there, and when they will be less organized, the most simplest structure of this chromatin, that will come in the form of DNA. Okay, in the form of DNA, that will come in the form of DNA. Okay, so this chromatin, as chromatin is the most condensed form here, and inside the chromatins there are so many nucleosome structure can be found, histone protein, and the simplest structure here, the DNA helix lastly. Okay, and when this chromatin are condensed, when they are condensed during cell division, then they make a structure called chromosome. Chromosome is just like a structure. Here the chromatin fibers are more condensed form. Okay, they are in more condensed form. So this is called chromosome. Now everyone get this? Okay, so chromatin is the thread-like material that present in the cell, and the chromatin organizes itself into chromosome, and whenever the cell is about to divide. Okay? Yes. So I hope you understood up to this portion. So nucleus play a very crucial role in cellular reproduction. Cellular reproduction means here cell division, okay, by the process, by so many process where single cell divides and produce two new cells. It also plays a crucial part along with the environment in determining the way the cell will develop and what form it will be exhibit at maturity by directing the chemical activities of the cell. Okay. Now here the nucleus structure in some organisms, nuclear region of the cell may be poorly defined due to absence of nuclear membrane. That is in your book page number 62. So what are those organisms called? They are called prokaryotic organisms. Prokaryotes. Pro means primitive or primary. Karyote, here is karyote is coming from the word karyon. Karyon means nucleus. Okay. So from the word organisms that the cells do not have such nuclear membrane, they are called prokaryotes, and the organisms that have nuclear membrane, proper nuclear membrane, bounded organelles, also they have bounded organelles, along with that they are called eukaryotes. Okay, everyone understood? Okay, now I am going to define the difference between prokaryotes and eukaryotes. Try to write the points. Okay, just a single points. First, prokaryotes. What is the chalk? Yes. Prokaryotes and eukaryotes. The size of prokaryotes and eukaryotes is already given in your book, so note it from your book. I am just giving the main points of the difference. Okay, so the first point, that is they are mainly unicellular. Unicellular, you know, all of you. And in case of eukaryotes, they are unicellular as well as multicellular. Okay, multicellular. Second point I want to mention, that is cell wall present. Cell wall present, but the structure is complex. Chemical structure is very complex. But in case of eukaryotes, the cell wall is present, but the chemical structure is simple. So cell wall also present, and that is simple. That is the second point of difference. Third point of difference, that is as nucleus absent, and in case of nucleus, as there is no defined nuclear membrane is present, so nucleus absent, you can write it, and nucleoid present. Nucleoid present. Okay, present. In case of eukaryotes, nucleus present, you know. Okay, the fourth point of difference, that is you must write ribosome small and spherical, round in shape. Okay, but in case of In case of eukaryotes, ribosomes are large than prokaryotes and they are linear in shape. In case of prokaryotes, they are spherical in shape, but in case of eukaryotes, they are linear in shape. Okay. Then mitochondria absent in case of prokaryotes, but mitochondria present in case of eukaryotes. Note down everyone. Then another point of view, that is endoplasmic reticulum also absent in case of prokaryotes, but in eukaryotes endoplasmic reticulum is present. Okay. Now lysosome, centrosome, these all are also absent in prokaryotes, but in eukaryotes lysosome, centrosome, these all are present. Okay. Now cell division. Cell division is means the cell reproduction that is takes place by cell division by binary fission. Okay. Cell division by binary fission. Okay, binary fission. Now cell division in case of eukaryotes, how does it takes place? Through mitosis. Now what is mitosis? Mitosis is a type of cell division where two identical copies of cell has two identical copies of each chromosome. Yes. And during mitosis is occurs only in case of our body cells or somatic cells. The main purpose of mitosis is growth and repair of cell. Okay. So what is the main purpose of mitosis? Growth and repair of cell. There is also another type of cell division known as meiosis, that is occurs during the of gametogenesis, means the formation of gamete only. Okay. I hope you understood up to this portion. Now the last one, reproduction in prokaryotes, that is asexual, and reproduction in germ cell. Sneha, meiosis occurs in germ cell. Point number 5, cell division occurs in case of prokaryotes, that is binary fission, and cell division occurs in case of eukaryotes by mitosis. Okay. Now last point, that is in case of prokaryotes asexual reproduction takes place, and in case of eukaryotes sexual reproduction takes place. An example, example of eukaryotes, that prokaryotes, these are bacteria, archaea, but in case of eukaryotes the examples are animals, plants. Okay. And there are some unicellular eukaryotes present, which are you can give example just like fungi, algae, and also zooplankton, phytoplankton. These are under unicellular eukaryotes. Okay, you have to remember this point. I hope you understood everyone. So in the next class we will discuss from cytoplasm and other cell organelles. Okay, I hope you understood.